Ba-da-ba, yo, yo, yo. This is Joe Idone. Welcome to Launching Longshots for the Charles Schwab Challenge, held at Colonial Country Club. This segment is presented by the good people over at RotoBaller.com. The RotoBaller PGA team is the best in the entire industry. We are absolutely on fire, crushing it all season long in terms of content, in terms of winners, in terms of DFS strategy, in terms of live. We've got you covered on every tour in the entire world from every angle. Join the RotoBaller team today. The promo code that you can use to get yourself a discount off any PGA premium subscription is LINES. That's LINES. That's a nod to my podcast, Preferred Lines. You can go check that out. That's available now for the Charles Schwab Challenge. I had my boy Eric Polson from 9 to 5 Sports, owner over there, on. I thought it was a great episode. We recapped the PGA Championship, dug out some winners. I saved my long shots, as always, for this very 6, 8, 10-minute segment that we have going on at RotoBaller. And I've got 3 selections once again for the Charles Schwab Challenge. Some changes, subtle but important changes made after the 2023 Charles Schwab Challenge to Colonial Country Club. Of course, they brought in the superstar, the hottest team in golf course architecture, Jim Wagner, Gil Hands. They redid all 18 greens, which I think does a couple of things. And the big thing, despite bringing in a Barranca as a hazard, slightly modifying a handful of golf holes, really their primary goal was to fix the irrigation on the course and make it more sustainable there in Fort Worth, Texas. Utilize that Trinity River that runs along the course to sort of help with some of the maintenance costs. They removed some bunkers. But here's the thing. When you resod all 18 greens and have what is essentially 10 months after the resodding to play a PGA Tour tournament, you're going to get firmer, bouncier greens. And what that does, it puts an increased importance on approach play. So these greens, which are already small in size, right around 5,000 square feet, the space to land it and hold the green just got smaller because they're going to be less receptive to incoming balls. Thus, I'm looking for players who are hot on approach. Let's start to tick it off at 60 to 1. And this guy's been, look, he's been in the thumbnail a couple of times this year. I'm going right back. I missed the win in Texas a few weeks ago. Of course, I'm talking about Akshay Bhatia. Here's the thing. He missed the cut by 1 stroke at the PGA Championship, but when you dig a little bit more into it, lost 4.3 strokes putting in just 2 days. And the putter has been something that has been extremely proficient for him. You see there that he gained strokes putting in the 6 prior starts, including 5.9 at the Wells Fargo. But was he still striking it well? Hell yeah, he was. He gained 4.6 on approach in just 2 days at Valhalla. He's had 4 of his last 6 tournaments that you see here in that bright green number, over 4.5 strokes on approach. Those are big time numbers. He does it particularly from the metric that I'm looking at for this golf course, right around the, let's call it 140 to 200 yard range. I think that that's where the bulk of your approach shots are going to come from at Colonial. Historically, that is kind of correlated and proven true. And you're talking about a player who has the ability to win. He has the moxie to win. He has the guts to win. And we saw it just 5 weeks ago at the Valero Texas Open. Down the highway a little bit there in Texas, but now we're in Fort Worth this week. Let's see if he can do the old Texas 2-step for our boy Akshay Bhatia at 60 to 1. Okay, next on the card. Now, this is a player who had another actually fantastic week at the PGA Championship. Rates out really well long-term in terms of your approach numbers. And while he's not necessarily the longest power player off the tee, he does hit his long irons particularly well. When you hone in on that sort of, roughly 200 yard range, he's one of the better players in the field. Of course, I think that he can bring some confidence off a good week last week in Louisville. I'm talking about Mark Hubbard. He's a guy that's 80 to 90 to 1, depending on the sports book that you shop. And you just look at his run beyond the PGA Championship. I mean, look at every single tournament going back to Pebble Beach where he finished 4th. He's made the cut in every one. 3rd at the Zurich, 4th at Pebble Beach, good run at the PGA Championship. He wasn't in the field at the Masters, but you look at some of those other events like the Players Championship. These are big time fields, big time events, signature event at Pebble where Mark Hubbard's playing excellent, and he's doing so mostly on the backs of his iron play. Now you can see some inconsistencies in getting all of his particular skill sets to align at one event. I think that this could be the event for that. There are big numbers out there in the top 20, top 40 market. I understand that he is a popular pick in the outright betting market, but that does not make him a bad pick in the outright betting market. 90-1 Mark Hubbard. And here's a little bit of a different one that I doubt you'll see on too many cards this week. Jumping all the way up into the 100-1 plus range. I got a 125-1. Those are still out there if you want to shop a few offshore books, but he is universally pretty much 110-1 right now. I'm talking about a guy who a few weeks ago, there was in a little known event down in Myrtle Beach where this guy played fantastic golf. Not many of us had our eyes glued to that one, but I did. And I want to talk to you about Davis Thompson. 5.4 in approach that week, gained 11 strokes total, finished T2 at Myrtle Beach, and he's been on quite a nice little run since the Houston Open where he finished 21st. You see there the 18th in Punta Cana. You see there the 45th at Valero, a 23rd at the Zurich. He's sort of trending in the right direction, and what I'm seeing from a stat profile and from a modeling perspective is that it's a guy who's just playing really good golf right now all around, and there's a lot of green on his chart, and it's not often that you're going to get these types of players in the 100-1 plus range. I think that you've got to jump on it this week with someone like Davis Thompson. Recapping my sort of three picks this week: Batia, Hubbard, Thompson. Those are the boys. That's who you should line your long shot card with. My full card, of course, as always, will be posted on Twitter. At Tour Picks is the place to find it. That'll be up sometime midday tomorrow, which is Wednesday, the 22nd of May. I wish you all, as always, the best of luck at the Charles Schwab Challenge. Enjoy betting these long shots, guys. These are fun. These are sprinkle bets. These aren't full-on bankroll. These are sprinkle 5, 10, 20 bucks on with the hopes of running something like we saw earlier this season, and you can pick up a guy 100-1 plus that will bankroll you for months in the PGA outright market. Thanks for checking out this segment once again. My name is Joe Idone. On behalf of myself and the entire RotoBaller team, we'll see you next week for the Canadian Open. Best of luck. I'm out of here. Peace.